Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Wednesday, the 26th of November. With McShane, we read the third chapter of Peter's first letter, which has a follow-on from yesterday. Yesterday we saw that we were called by God, and we're told we were chosen to be God's possession, and he says, so that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into the wonderful light. And on the one hand, that is that we declare his praises, we state his praises, we speak his praises. But on the other aspect of that is we live our lives in a way that brings him glory. And Peter picks that up in the next chapter. And in verse 8 of chapter 3, we're told, finally, all of you, be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble. That's a sort of good summary of what the Christian character looks like. We pray that we would be like that. And then he goes on and says how this would have practical expression. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. On the contrary, repay evil with blessing, because to this you are called, so that you may inherit a blessing. And again, sort of the shape of Christian life, which certainly I think most people would say that's wonderful. And I certainly look and say, what a great way to live, what a wonderful principles for life. Until I have an enemy, and until I actually experience somebody giving me evil or insulting me, at that point, that becomes a real challenge. Because when I experience somebody doing evil to me, my instinct is to repay them evil for evil. Give as good as you get is the mantra the world lives by. And it's so easy and it's so natural to do that. And yet Peter says, no, it's at that point that we're called to be different, that we're called to give expression to what it means to be a Christian and to repay evil with a blessing. And that, if we are able to do that, that is part of the way of living that will bring praise to our God. It's not easy, but it does make a difference. And if we can get ourselves to that point where we don't have to try and get even, we don't carry grudges, we're able to forgive and to forget and to bless people and look for the best they have. And I think if we look at it through the lens of Christ and recognize everyone is fallen, everybody's trapped by sin, everybody is sinful, and that's what's giving, that's what you see coming out of people. We've been redeemed, and we experience God's blessing. And as we bless people, we experience more of his blessing. As we give and forgive, we experience more of his blessing. So be challenged by that thought. Help other people, help your Christians round about you, which is the first part of it. Be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble. And we need to support other Christians, particularly when they're struggling. But as we do that, we reflect God and bring him glory. Be blessed.